All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Everyday Upland. I had to pose this question. There was a comment in on one of my videos um, that really doesn't really ask this question, but it kind of pertains to this question, right? Because in the comment it was talking about, for example, that coastal areas, small neighborhoods, and cheap properties are the rule in a new city. That's what you go after. So then, after I responded, I said, okay, what am I going to talk about today? And I said, oh, you know what, I can kind of use that comment a little bit to kind of give me an idea for today's topic. And then I came up with, how do we strategize for Porto? Um, the other part is, when I believe, as far as I know, they haven't said anything about it. There's nothing in writing. I haven't been in the Discord today, but there is no stress test. So how do you prepare for something like this? Do you send your block explorer back to the train station with a hope that he's going to go in the right direction to a neighborhood that you would like, or go somewhere close to the coast? Like, how do you strategize in this situation? Because right now your block explorer is just floating around. You know, it's going to be at least 3 days, maybe 3.5 days. My block explorer is going to float around. And as you see it right here, this is probably the closest my block explorer has been to any of these lower neighborhoods. It's always been up here. So, like, I was thinking about it. Like, how would I do that? Should I send to the train terminal and then reset and go that way, or how do I do it? But you don't really want to do that unless you if I remember correctly, the you get sends, you get additional sends after a certain amount of days that Upland gives everyone after, I think it's 3 days or something. So, but if that's correct, I by the time it gets to Monday, I should have 11 cents, which means that I possibly could send my block explorer back to the train terminal. So maybe by whenever, or hopefully by Sunday, for example, I'm able to get my three additional cents to make it 11. I could send my guy to the train terminal and then have him hopefully float in this lower area here along these small neighborhoods as well as along the coastline. The cheap properties now, I believe, is just a luck of the draw. You just happen, unless you know the city like the back of your hand and have an idea, or there's hints, or you did some thorough research and found out that one neighborhood is cheaper than all the others. Then maybe you could say, okay, you try to set your block explorer. Hopefully, they go towards that neighborhood so you can purchase all the cheap neighborhoods. But how do you really and truly strategize when your block explorer is just going to be floating around for a couple days? I'm hoping like it's done this whole top section here. It's just been going like this the whole time, right? The most it will do is come here and then it shoots up this way. I think it shot up this way yesterday, and then it's been up here ever since. Like, see, now it's back in the area where it pretty much went, like it went across this way. So now it's like close to where it was before. Let's see where he's going. He's going south. Okay, so maybe he'll make it, my block explorer will make it all the way down to the coastline. I don't know, but the thing about the block explorer is really difficult to predict where it's going, obviously. And then two, it's very difficult, I believe, as well, for you. For example, say you want to get here. How do you position your block explorer if you're sending him back to the train station to get down here? Because definitely this neighborhood right down here is going to go like that. But who knows? Maybe no one's in there. we all have to wait. This is the thing I brought up, okay? What is the best solution possibly? Do you like get in the game wherever you are, figure out what the area is like, whether it's cheap, whether it's the coastline, whether it's the wealthy area, where or whether it's an area that has a lot of named properties, or do you kind of just buy where you are, like I said, just like before, figure out where you are, then buy, and then once you and everybody else starts to mint, then you send your block explorer to the preferred neighborhood, which would be, say, the smaller neighborhoods, right? Are you willing to chance it? Because it's not 100,000 properties here. It's not 50,000 properties here. It's about 35,000 properties in Porto. I believe, or I feel as if the best um, way to go about it, you could two possible ways you could go about it is sending your block explorer back to the terminal, like, or the city opening, or say you go to your bed 12 o'clock at night, the opening is in 6, 7, 8 hours or whatever it is, right? By the time you go to your bed and you wake up, you send him, and hopefully he goes along the coastline or go close to one of these small neighborhoods that you would love to get. Or you just leave him and just let him go anywhere he wants to go, him or her. Let them go wherever they want to go, and then you just mint whatever you can, and then go from there. It's very hard when there's no um, stress test to really have an exact strategy. So you have no stress test, and then the second part of it is it's a small amount of properties that are going to be on sale. Rio, I think, sold out in half an hour, and that had about 50,000 properties, if I remember correctly. That was Rio. Porto is even smaller. Porto is about the same amount as I think the second release of Rio was about 30, or was it 20? I can't remember right now, but that didn't sell out as fast as the first release of Rio. So, it's not really a good measurement to try and measure Porto to, but the measurement in the amount of properties were very similar. And I believe a lot of people are going to be here. Like, I don't see a lot of block explorers now, but I believe there's a ton of people here. Like, let me go to the train station and see if I'm even able to send there. Because if oh, I can. Let's see. Okay, so there's still a lot to get to the train station. Still a lot of spots and a lot of tickets. So, but that's the thing, you don't know. Like, it would be best, to be honest. I think anyways is to arrive in Porto a day before, right? So at least you're not really floating around. And like my block explorer, this is the most it's gotten to anywhere south of all these borders right here, all the southern neighborhood borders, right? Pretty much across here. It has not. My block explorer, I would say literally right across this area here. My block explorer has not gone below this line right here. So this is the farthest it's ever gone since I've been in Porto. But that's fine. I'm willing to take whatever I'm able to get. Maybe I land in a neighborhood that is pretty cheap, right? And I could buy 15 to 30 properties. I can mint 15 to 30 properties, no problem, right? And be satisfied with that. And then possibly try to move on to another neighborhood, hopefully, right? There isn't anyone there yet, in the sense where the block explorer hasn't floated over. No one's minted anything there. It's going to be a very challenging open, because we don't have a clue where our block explorer is going to go. We don't know. There's no way of setting it up unless, like I said, the train station. So I don't know. It's going to be quite of a challenge. This one's going to be very challenging, but I'm open to the challenge. for Porto. I'm excited for the city opening. I can't wait. I got a little bit more UPEX and made a few sales, which I'm really excited about. I'm happy. Those came in at a perfect time. I wasn't looking forward. I wasn't looking for it, but it happened. So I was quite happy this morning when I saw that, and I was like, yeah, help me buy some more properties in Porto. It puts me on a better stand, and I feel I don't hope I hope not to use more than 250 or 225,000 UPIX right now. Um, I don't know. We have to see because it's gonna be something to really see how this is gonna go down and how fast it's gonna be minted out. And I'm hoping Porto looks like this now, where there's everyone all up here, and like say the middle section is empty, like how here is. It's unfortunate for me because I'm pretty much in the middle of the map, and a lot of these guys are more south. So once they mint, see like these guys here, right? They can mint some properties here and say their block explorer is going north, right? They can mint a property here, right? While their block explorer is going north, send themselves to that property that they mint and say the block explorers start going south and they just mint everything south until they get to wherever they're going. But at the same time, you can do that. But how are you sure that the next neighborhood that you're in isn't loaded with people and was minted out? And now you've missed out on those properties that your block explorer was probably going in that was maybe empty, and it would have been you who had this whole section here to yourself. You could have minted all of this, even this here, because who knows, this street could even be a part of the collection, because this seems to be like almost a center point, pretty much this street here, right? And it goes to this huge roundabout in Porto, right? You never know. This could be a part of the collection. That's why, like, it's hard to really strategize on how you're going to maneuver around with limited time and limited properties. But I just wanted to pose that question for you guys. Maybe you guys have some ideas on how you plan on approaching Portal. You have ideas of how you're going to position yourself to get what you want. If you guys are willing to share that information, it would be awesome. Just leave a comment down below. For me, I'm just gonna take whatever I get. It's gonna be the luck of the draw. Hopefully, I'm able to mint some of the properties that I would desire. If not, hopefully, I'm in a neighborhood where the properties are a hell of a lot cheaper than other areas. And I just, focus on buying as many cheap properties as I possibly can. That's really my number one goal, really, in this game, is to kind of try and get a lot of cheap properties. But I do have certain named properties that I personally would like to purchase and add to my portfolio. Um, they may not be desirable to others, but I know named properties don't really last long on the map. So we'll see what happens when Porto does open on Monday. Hopefully, I'm in a position where I can benefit and I can just mint. If I'm in a position where I'm able to mint what I want, then there's a high possibility I will spend a lot of UPEX here. And but we'll see. I'm just gonna whatever I get. The luck of the draw. Whatever I get is what I'm gonna stick with, and I'm gonna be happy with my decision. Um, Hopefully, with there's no stress test being done. Hopefully, that there are no issues in the game like we had the last time, where you're unable to mint, you're unable to send your block explorer anywhere. Um, that in Rio kind of helped, because right when that happened, I minted a whole bunch of properties, and I noticed I wasn't able to mint anymore. And somehow I was able to send my block explorer to a brand new area before we were able to mint again. And then I was able to accumulate even more properties. I had minted 7 in the one area before the issue happened, and then I was able to mint another 6 in another area because I was able to move before upland had shut off where anyone was able to send from one corner to the next. But hopefully no issues like that happens on the portal opening. Portal is going to go by really fast. There isn't a lot of properties. 11,000 of those properties, 11,500 are going to be FSA properties. I don't know if it's going to be spread throughout or it's going to be more so in one area or so, or whatever, or one neighborhood that, but we'll see when Monday comes. But it's time to try and figure out what strategy you're going to use to get what you want. The only thing I could think of at the moment is just sending your block explorer to the train station with the hopes that your block explorer goes in the direction that you would like. Other than that, just let him float around like mine. Mine is going south right now. It hasn't changed directions yet. I'm trying to see if it's going to do that. Okay, right now it's just going straight, right? So we'll see how far, how low to the coastline um the block explorer would go. It would be nice if you could go over here too as well, because this look like it's all beach, all tourist area. Let me just do a quick check. Yeah, all rich and tourist area along here, along the same region over here, rich neighborhoods and tourist areas. So, you know, but all along here too is pretty good. So I don't know. That's it, really. That's all I have for today. I just want to know if anyone has thought of any strategy that they could use to help them achieve whatever it is that they want. If you're willing to share, because yeah, if you're willing to share, just leave a comment. If not, then you could possibly wait until Monday or Tuesday when I do another video, and then you could share the strategy that you used. Um, happy with what you got and so on and so forth. But I'm here. Yeah, sorry about that. On, you guys can be the first ones to be notified, and you guys can join and watch. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow. Good night.